Recording. So welcome. Thank you all so much for jumping on this afternoon to join me on this masterclass. I promise you I will pack it full of as much value as possible. And as I said, there will be Q&A at the end. So while you've got me, ask all of your online business and marketing questions. I will do my best to answer them. So this masterclass I've run a few times now, and it's always really well received. It's called Secrets to Scale. And you're going to learn my 5-step method to scale your practice online or offline, serve clients better, which is always good, and break free from that one-on-one. So you are in the right place if you want to uncover how to earn more money without necessarily seeing more and more clients and burning out in your clinic. And if you want to learn how you can truly serve your clients to the highest level, and I'm going to show you how to do that with my Package and Prosper method for nutritionists, naturopaths, wellness practitioners. Now, before you get too comfy, this is not for you. If you are already 100% ecstatic with the money that you're earning from your business and you're so happy that you don't want to change a single thing, then leave now, go do something else with your time because you're probably not going to like the presentation. But the strategies that I share today could certainly help you make more money and give you back your time. So if you do want either of those things or both, then hang around. So my promise to you all today is I am going to try and pack, you notice I'm talking really fast, I'm going to try and pack as much value as I possibly can in this free masterclass. And nothing that we cover here today is theory. Like, it's not like I've come up with this and thought, oh, I'm just going to put a presentation together. Maybe it'll work, who knows? Everything that I'm teaching you, I've done myself in practice. I know that it works. I've perfected it. It works beautifully. And it's now what I'm teaching other practitioners to do. So those who are in my mastermind, and they're also succeeding. So I know that it works. I'm not just some unicorn that has done this, others can do it. So just to show you, here's some other practitioners following my method, having so much wonderful success. And fun, lots of fun too. And I still get excited when it works. It's almost like, I don't know if you still feel this, but I do. Like, if I make up a herbal formula for someone and they're like, oh my God, it worked, I feel so much better, I still think that's amazing. I still go, oh my God, it worked. Isn't that cool? Like, I know it's going to work, right? We've got the science and the clinical experience behind us, but it's still good to get a kick out of when you get to help someone. I'm sure you will agree. So if you stick with me till the end, I am going to give you a little free gift. So when you stay on the masterclass until the end, you're going to get a copy of my social media live system that is going to teach you how to effectively do Facebook lives, Instagram TVs, lives in your groups on Facebook, and really help that to grow your audience and to attract clients to your business. So you get a copy of that free at the end. It also gives you 52, so a whole year's worth of weekly social media live topics. So you're never going to be stuck for, oh, what am I going to say? It's going to really help bring momentum to your business. So hang around, we'll share that with you. So what are we going to talk about today? All right, so I'm going to share with you exactly what I did to break free from one-on-one burnout in my practice, quadruple my income, and move 100% online. And I actually did that before we all had to do it for lockdown. I'd already done all of that. Whew, lucky for me, that worked out well. And then I will show you my proven method to creating a practice that you love, that also offers truly transformational experiences for your clients, which is why we're here, right? So, like, I'm not just some marketing person. I'm one of you. I'm a qualified nutritionist, naturopath, and health coach as well. So I get it. I know what you're struggling, because I was there too. You probably have a really busy one-on-one practice, which is great, but you're burning out. And I hear this all the time when I talk to practitioners. And you might feel really overworked, but underpaid for the effort that you're putting in. You might also find yourself repeating the same things over and over to clients. And if you're honest, maybe, and I know because I felt this, and there's others that have told me they feel it too, and they feel a bit guilty for saying it, but you're a bit bored. Like, it can get a bit boring, right? Saying the same things to people all the time, day in, day out. Maybe you really long to work with beautiful, committed clients instead of clients, those ones who come for maybe one or two, or if you're lucky, 3 appointments, and then they vanish. And you think, oh, if you just stuck with me for 6 months or 12 months, I know I could have really helped you. Maybe you feel trapped within the walls of your practice and you long for more freedom and flexibility in your business. And maybe you'd love to have greater impact by being able to scale your business, but you're kind of stuck on, well, how do I make that happen? What do I do next? What do I do first? Maybe you love the idea of this online practice or online business, but you feel overwhelmed with making that happen. Maybe you just want someone to show you how to do it all. Like, you're a smart person, you've got a really tough health degree that you've done. Like, that stuff's hard. You're clever, but then when it comes to business and changing things, maybe you just don't know how to do it. And so I want to ask you a question before we dive into the main content today, is how long are you going to keep putting yourself last? So I get it. You love the work you do. Like me, I'm sure you care really deeply for your clients. We're healers. That's why we're in this profession. But if you're like a lot of the practices that I coach and that I talk to every week, you're probably long overdue for a holiday. You're burnt out and exhausted from doing all the things in your business, and something's got to give, right? So the real problem, and write this down, I've even put it in a different font so it stands out. The real problem is you're selling one-off consults for maybe $180, $100, $200, whatever your price is. You're selling one-off consults when you could be charging $2,000 or more for a program. This problem is also known as the you don't have a business model that allows you to charge premium prices and scale your practice. So the solution, what you need, is a signature program, a program that allows you to both charge more, work with fewer clients, and the really good ones that you know are committed and you love helping, and scale. So how's that sitting so far? Does everyone want to write in the chat? Let me know. Do you kind of think, yeah, that is something that I need? Where's my chat? Here we go. I can see it now. Does everyone kind of see that, yeah, that's something that is a problem? Like, you want to work differently. You want to package things up. Are you thinking, what's a signature program, lady? I hope she's going to explain it. Write in the chat. Let me know. That's the answer. It is, Annette. Sure is. Yeah, Carmen says yes. Cool. So, and I'm going to go into this in a second, but there's ways to deliver a signature program, and there's ways to kind of market it and really kind of package it all up that make it even better than just going, oh, I've got a program. Like, we want to make this a business system. So we'll be talking about that. Cool. All right. So if you had a signature program, let me just get this out of the way. If you had a signature program, what that would mean for your business, oh my gosh, sorry, I can't see there we go. If you had a signature program, which after the end of this masterclass, you're going to know exactly what that is and how you can start creating one for yourself. You only need 2 to 5 new clients a month to make $10,000. Like, just let that land. How cool is that? You don't have to hustle for like 40 new clients or 50 people, or having your books full of 30 to 40 clients every week, individual people coming in. It's not going to be a numbers game like that anymore. You only need 2 to 5 new people signing on every month, and you got 10K months. Like, that's breathe easy money, right? If you want to make 20,000 a month, that's just 4 to 10 new people signing on to work with you in your signature program. So can you see how it scales? You're still not going to be flat strapped. You're still going to have time for all the other beautiful things in life and running your business and all those other things that we do. So doesn't 2 to 5 or 4 to 10 new clients a month feel so much lighter and more achievable than 20, 30, 40 patients a week? I sure hope it does, because I've been there and oh my God, it is so much better. So if you had a signature program, and you can get started, by the way, with the expertise you already have. Even those of you who are new grads, you know more than enough to start with a signature program. No more degrees, no more equipment, no more learning new skills. Okay, you might need to learn a few more skills like how to do a discovery call and a webinar and maybe some marketing things, but nothing hard, right? You've done the hard stuff. You've got your degree, you've got your qualification, you've got your clinical experience. And what it means is you can leverage your time by using online tools to deliver client education and support between sessions. So what I'm talking about is a full system. So this is exactly what Sarah did. Now, many of you know Sarah. She's been working with me. She's been in my mastermind, it'll be 9 months now. She's gone beyond the initial 6 months. And Sarah says, Hayley literally turned me around in just 2 months from wanting to quit my naturopathy practice to signing 2 new clients to my $2,500 6-month program. In 2 months, she made $5,000 on top of what she was already making in her one-on-one clinic. And in 5 months' time, she had 30 clients in her program. Like literally every week when I would be on a coaching call with her, I'd be like, how many more? Oh my God, I can't keep up. She was just so lit up by creating her signature program. So she finally says she's practicing in a way that feels authentic and like it's okay to be me. Her kids are enjoying having her back again, and she can actually afford to outsource now. That's how we should do business, ladies and men, if any men have joined the call. So what is a signature program? All right, let's break it down. A signature program is where you package up your expertise and your clinical experience to help one type of client solve their one big problem. Okay, so we'll go into this in a bit more detail. A signature program is also a powerful system for truly scaling your business and creating more time freedom in your life. It also provides what I firmly believe, and my mastermind clients would agree with me, it provides a better, and my clients as well, who've gone through, like my weight loss clients who went through my signature system, they have said, oh my gosh, that is a better experience from the client side because it facilitates a greater transformation, more so than what you could ever do and ever deliver with just consults or a low-priced online course that they do on their own, or an ebook or something like that. We're not wanting that. We're wanting transformation. So when you're creating your signature program, and if you want to write this question down, this is a great one because I always think we should come back to this. Whenever you get stuck when you're creating your signature program or anything in your business for that matter, ask yourself this one simple question. If I were to create the ultimate transformation for my client, what would I include in a package? What would I put in the package or the program that would help this become the ultimate experience of transformation for my client? Because I put you back in you're putting yourself in your client's shoes and you're creating it for them, which is what we should be doing. So a signature program means that your practice is more profitable, okay? Because you're bringing in a greater income per client. You free up your time because you don't need to work with as many people to reach your desired income goals. You don't slip into over delivering and burning out. You're always going to over deliver. Like I say this to my clients, you're always going to over deliver. Like we should. We're always going to do above and beyond, right? But if you're being paid well for that, you don't resent it and you're happy to do it. You've got energy to do it. You can also focus your practice on creating extraordinary results for your clients, not on selling your time, which is what liberates you to enjoy your business and love your life. A signature program also means you become known as one of the best at what you do. You elevate your sense of self-worth and feel fulfilled at a soul level. Did you know that that's what business is supposed to do? It's supposed to fulfill us at a soul level. And you keep your business really simple to run. Like I probably should have put that first and all of you would have been like, oh my God, yes, let me have it. Let's make it simple. Which what that means is it lowers the stress because you've got your method, you've got your program, your way of working is there. It's easy. There's flow. The best businesses in the world have signature systems and signature programs. So before I keep going, there are some of you on this call who may not know me, and I thought I probably should step in and introduce myself. My name is Hayley Stathis. I am an experienced naturopath, nutritionist, and a health coach. But before that, I had a 10-year career in marketing, PR, and events. And it was fun and fabulous, and I loved it, but it completely fried my adrenals. So I ran straight back to uni to study nutrition, and then I upgraded and did naturopathic medicine. And then later on, I studied health coaching as well. So I could see that I needed those skills in my practice. So now what I've done is I've kind of combined those two 10-year careers, and I am a certified marketing and business coach for you guys, because I want to show you what I did in my practice, so that you too can have really, really successful, fulfilling businesses. On the side, in my spare time, I'm a mum of two boys. I also own and help my husband run a really thriving chiropractic practice here in Newcastle. We've got himself and another chiro, a Bowen therapist, a massage therapist, a receptionist, a growing team, and it's fun and I love it. So I do help him with his marketing. Probably not as much as I should, but I do. Love Reformer Pilates. I now have time to get to 3 to 4 classes of that a week, and I love it. And I'm really proud to say I'm a multi-six-figure female entrepreneur, which I've wanted to be for a very long time. So, and you guys are all entrepreneurs too, so remember that. It's a very exciting title. So my story is traditional practice let me down. Now that sounds very dramatic, but in a sense it kind of did. In a business sense it did. I first followed that traditional model of consult by consult practice that we were all taught, and I became burnt out seeing clients back to back. And I also became really frustrated with non-committal clients who would show up for those few sessions and then poof, they would disappear. And so I began very early on in my practice to search for another way. Anything about programs and systems and online things and running group cleanses and challenges, I devoured all of it because I wanted to find another way for myself, but also a better way for my clients as well. I noticed something in my quest for improving the way that I ran my business. I completed a health coaching certification. All my clients have always had weight loss as one of the 3 things they wanted to work on. And I started to run various weight loss programs, and I could see that a lot of it was up here and in here. So I needed to upskill my coaching. So I did a full coaching certification. And in that training, I noticed the business model that many health coaches were being taught and that they followed made a lot more sense than what we were doing as health practitioners. So what would happen is clients would sign on for like a 12-week package, which is like a 90-day program, and they would have 1 session every week across that period of time. And some coaches even took groups of clients through their programs together. And so they were like group coaching. And many utilized online tools like apps and Facebook groups, or, proper online, telehealth kind of systems to enhance the experience that those clients were having. And for me, it was like a light bulb went off. And I thought, why aren't I doing that? That just makes so much sense. And so think about it. We know that healing takes time, right? Let me see if I can see you guys here. Actually, let me just check in before I want to see, like, in the chat, let me know, like, healing takes time, right? Would you agree? Nutrition changes and lifestyle intervention and even supplement protocols, they take time. Yeah. So wouldn't you agree that most of us need at least 3 months with our clients, at least, for health improvements to start to show? Yeah, Alison saying plenty of those clients that just vanish, like, far out. I won't swear because it's being recorded, but oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not a quick fix. And yet, right? Oh, I get goosebumps talking about this. Carmen's right. If it's not a quick fix and we know that, why are we offering that to them? Why are we serving them and only offering them the next consult? Or we might go, oh, I need to package things up, which is smart. So you just package like an initial and maybe 2 or 3 consults and go, oh, now I have a package. No, you're just chucking consults together and knocking 10% off the price. That's not what I'm talking about. So this is what went on in my mind. I'm like, my God, if we know why this is not the best way to serve them, Why is that what we're offering them? And it's kind of because it's what we were taught, right? But now I know, and you know differently. There are other ways we can be doing this. So what I discovered, if I packaged up my expertise into my own signature program, I had no idea at the time what that would be, but I thought that's what I need. And I signed clients only who were prepared to work with me for 3, 6, or 12 months. I only needed a few new clients to reach my monthly income targets. And it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. And what happened was I did that, and I went from charging $150 per consult to between 1,500 to 3,500 per client, or 1,700 it went up to, 1,700 to 3,500 per client. And yes, for those of you going, oh, no one to pay that, they did, lots of them. And for me, it was like, oh my God, like I can still remember the first day in the Well Clinic. That was my practice. It's now temporarily closed because I'm focusing on this, my baby, the Well Clinic. When I signed 3 new clients onto a 3-month program on the same day, they came in the clinic and we signed them all up. We did their intake and they paid in full. They all paid on full. They didn't want the payment plan. I banked over $5,000 in one afternoon. I'd never made that much money in one afternoon ever. I literally danced around my clinic. Like that used to be my monthly goal when I started in practice. And to get there, man, that was hard work. But I'd done it in an afternoon and they were excited and I was excited. It was the best feeling ever. And even better than the money, I had time back. My calendar had free space. This is, you might have seen, I've sent this to you guys, or some of you if you're on my email list. I love sharing this particular screenshot. Look how much space I have. And yet this was that week that I signed those 3 and I made a little bit more. I had a really good income and I had all this free time to do my marketing, to go to Pilates, to be a better mom, to eat lunch in my lunch break, to look after me. It was phenomenal. It looks scary at first. I'm like, oh my God, I'm really quiet. What are all these gaps in my diary? But I was like, oh no, that's okay. This is the new way of working. So that's the week, that I signed the 3 new clients. I only had 3 60-minute initials to do, a few planned presentation appointments, an hour of group coaching for current clients, because I put them all into their sort of check-in session on one particular day, and however many 30-minute discovery calls that I'd booked in for new clients. So I worked out that was a total of 8 to 10 hours client-facing for that week, banking more than $5,000. You know what? For me, proof of concept, I was onto a winner. The third good thing about that, so more money, more time for me, and for my clients, better results. So it would really suck if I had that great week and I had more time, but people weren't getting the results, right? That would be a bit of a deal breaker. But what I found was my clients' results and their transformations began to skyrocket because they were committed, right? They had skin in the game. They knew this was going to take a period of time. I had more time to work with them too. I didn't have to kind of cram everything into this 4-page treatment plan or something ridiculous like that and try and get it all out in those first few consults because I knew they were probably going to not show for the next one. I had time to work with them. My word of mouth referrals started to flow in and I had space in my week for self-care and dollars in my bank account. And then what happened, as it always does, everyone started to say, I want what you're having. How are you doing this? And all my practitioner friends and all the people on my email list, because I had Wellness Content Co with all my done for you workshops and courses and programs. That business has been going for 3 or 4 years now. They all started to say, and some of you might have been among that group, how are you doing that? I want to do it. Can you tell me how to do that? And so I decided, you know what? This is what I really want to do. Now more than ever, I'm going to launch my package and prosper method and start teaching other professionals what to do. So I did, and it's my new mission now. I want to show you how this is possible for your practice. I have this huge, big, audacious goal of helping 10,000 nutrition and wellness practitioners and coaches create a bigger impact online to benefit their own lives and reach more clients. So help me get there. I think I've had about, I don't know, I have to do a tally actually. Maybe I need one of those things on my wall of getting up to that 10,000. So I want to just check in with you before I jump too much further. Let me just check the chat. Oops. Zoom really needs to improve its screen sharing, doesn't it? So I can see the chat. How's this all sitting? Is everyone cool so far? Does it sound good? Like you thinking, yeah, I think that makes sense. Starting to work a bit differently with clients. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just assume yes and I'll keep going. Cool. All right. So maybe, yeah, thanks, Carmen. Otherwise, I feel like my Pilates instructor when she's in the front of the class and we're all like, we can't breathe because we're trying to like not fall off the machine. And she's like, how's everyone going? Are we enjoying it? And she hears nothing. She's like, I love these conversations that we keep having. So thanks for letting me know that it's making sense. So some of you might be thinking, yeah, but. Oh, look, I spelt program wrong. Ooh, I don't like that. The old perfectionist in me doesn't like that at all, but we'll just move on. There's some myths, right? You might be thinking, oh yeah, but maybe you're thinking a program won't work for my niche or my community or my type of clients. So in case you're thinking that, in case you're thinking, oh, but the work I do couldn't possibly be packaged up like that, trust me, it works for any niche. Let me show you. Here's some examples. It works really well for the perimenopausal client. So I've got 2 mastermind clients at the moment who are having great success with this type of client. Sarah, who you heard from before, she helps women get their fluctuating moods and weight under control with a 6-month-long program. Her clients are highly engaged and active on group calls, and she's loving it. And they're referring more to her as well. And Leanne as well has created a signature program around the same type of client, but hers also includes life coaching sessions because she's a qualified life coach as well as a naturopath to help them emotionally transition to this next phase. It also works really well for the chronic gut health client. So my client Carly is a gut health expert. She has launched a 6-month gut health program that focuses not on bloating and the more, I'm not saying bloating's minor, it's horrible, but it's not as severe. It's not a severe end of the spectrum. Carly goes the opposite end of the spectrum, and she's actually helping patients with chronic and quite severe digestive diseases, all the IBD like Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. She helps them finally recover from their symptoms. So it's still heavy clinical work, but she's packaged that up and people are loving it. So her signature program, what it means for her is she's got time to really help these people with these chronic conditions, but she also then gets time to spend with her new baby, who's almost 12 months now. He was only 4 months when she started working with me, and that was a big driver. She didn't want to be in her busy, big multimodality clinic seeing 40 or so patients a week. She knew she needed to find a better way to work. It also works really well for the oncology patient. My client Carla is packaging up her extensive experience and decades of experience working in oncology to support cancer patients with her signature program. And what that means is she's able to reach more of these patients and help them with evidence-based complementary cancer care. So huge mission there. Works really well for the fertility client as well. So my client Carissa has created and launched a natural fertility program for couples where she works with both male and female, sperm and egg. And she helps them learn that it's a holistic approach and helps them heal their body and promote fertility. And what it means is by offering her services as a signature program over a set period of time, not only is she helping her clients more comprehensively, but she's creating a business that sustains her family, and her own well-being as well. So another myth that I commonly hear is, oh, but people won't pay me that. There's no way people are going to pay that much money. You're talking $2,000, lady, that people don't have that, or people in my area can't afford that. And this is a really common misconception that practitioners have when selling higher end programs. And really, it's a sign that you need to work on your mindset, your money beliefs, how you see your value, and not put your own thoughts onto your clients, because you don't know what they will pay for if they see the value. And look, the reality is not everyone will pay you that, but enough people will for you to have a really sustainable business where you're earning good money, you're helping a lot of people. And if you then want to really truly help the people that truly can't afford those big ticket prices, you'll be able to do that through charity work or through lower priced offers or some free workshops and books and things like that. Because here's the thing, and I'm sure you agree, type in the chat if this resonates, like you can only give back when your cup is full, right? The reality is you are a business, not a charity. I had a coach years ago say that to me. And I'm like, you know what? You are so right. And by taking care of your own financial needs first with high-end clients, so you're like, the mortgage can be paid, the rent can be paid, I can put food on the table, I can have a holiday and take time out and have money coming in and pay myself. Once your financial needs are met with those high-end clients who can afford to pay you that, you will then be able to help others with free offers or lower price programs, or give back to your local charity. Another common misconception I hear when I talk about programs and working with clients for 3, 6, or 12 months is, oh, but I can't create like a generic program. I tailor my treatment to the individual. And I always answer that with, yeah, so do I. So do all my other naturopathy, nutrition, health coach clients who are creating these programs. Because here's the thing, I'm not teaching you to create an online course, a series of videos and lessons you pre-record, chuck up on your website and sell it. Create that if you want, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about transformation. And so you can build in as much personalization, as many one-on-one sessions, customized protocols and prescriptions as you like. That's part of your signature program. You build that in, particularly if your client is quite complex and you know you need to do that. Because if you really think about it though, I bet there are still elements that everyone in your niche, every client that you have needs to know, or steps that they need to take in order to move toward the result that they want or the transformation, right? Think of all those things you say over and over again. They're the things you can automate. They're the things you could put into a video so they have an online curriculum running alongside the one-on-one sessions that you have. So yes, you can totally tweak and tailor and personalize this. I always did. I think it's best practice. So back to you guys. Whoops. Who's getting excited? What is anyone thinking? Oh, what could I create? What could my signature program be? Can you now see the possibilities for you and for your practice? Who would you like to help? Like, let me know. Is there a particular community of clients or a particular condition or a type of person that you really want to help, and you've maybe you've already, like me, like I look at all my post-it notes when I have ideas. Like maybe you've got it written down somewhere, but you just don't know how to market it or you don't know how to put it together. Does anyone want to type in, like, what would you create if you could? What would your signature program be about? Carmen says, I can see this, just can't see how I could get it going, the group thing. Oh, the group thing. Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, there's lots of ways that you can build the group in. I think I'll go through that in a minute. I'll talk on that. You don't have to have group elements in your program. It could all be one-on-one. That's how I started. It was just one-on-one, and then I scaled to group, and I can certainly give you some ideas on that. Adrenal fatigue. Yeah, for sure. My gosh, that's another pandemic that's happening, isn't it? Gut health, Billy, for sure. Like, amazing. All really good program ideas, all really good. There's certainly enough people out there with those problems. So we've got some people coming in a bit late, haven't we? That's all cool. That's all good. Nico, we'll let Nicole in. Yeah. Anyone else? I hope you're getting some ideas going. All right. So while it might seem simple, and maybe for those of you who haven't typed anything in, maybe you're like, oh, this does not seem simple at all, Hayley, help me. Sarah said, I have my niche, shift workers. Hang on, I can't see the rest of that. Let me move that over here. I have my niche, shift workers, and I know how to help them, but can I get them to commit to further consultation, testing, and protocols? You totally can. 100%. I had quite a few shift workers in my weight loss program. So they could do that. They were able to commit. Anyone can commit. It's all about value. It's all about positioning your offer so that they see the value for them. Carrie's just saying thyroid, huge, definitely. And look, we know, hey, like I've got Hashimoto's, so I know that's not a 1 or 2 session with my naturopath fixie thing at all. That's a program. That's like at least 12 months and then potentially ongoing, isn't it? Even a 3-month get started or 6 months or something like that. Like there's a lot to cover there, and it takes time because that's a chronic condition, right? Especially if it's autoimmune. There's been some things happening for a while with those people. Yeah, awesome idea there, Carrie. So yes, there is a real art and science to creating a signature program, because we need to make sure it's going to appeal to your audience and therefore sell. It's going to facilitate transformation in your clients who then refer to you because they have great results. And it also needs to ensure that your time is leveraged. You don't want to create a signature program that actually means you've created a whole nother monster or a whole different beast of its own. Trust me, I did that the first time. So there's tweaks and there's things that, you know, you need to put in place so that it does actually free up your time and leverage your time. So there are 3 key elements. Look, there's a lot of elements, but I think if I had to pick out the sort of ones that were really critical, if you want to note this down as well, or take a screenshot or a photo of the slide, you're welcome to do that. There are 3 key elements of a signature program that you really need to be clear on. The first one is your niche. Now, I've got a brand new freebie coming out soon. We'll launch that. I'll make sure you guys know where to go to find it once it's ready, but it's going to help you on niche. I dive a bit deeper into my process for picking a niche if you're not sure, or honing it in and getting really specific with it. But you need to know your niche, or niche, if anyone's listening in from America. We say niche, you say niche, same thing. What that is who you're helping and what their big problem is, what you're helping them with, right? So you need to know that. You also need to know what steps that they need to take to solve that problem. So those steps pretty much become like the backbone of your signature program. So what steps are they taking in order to go from here where they are now when they first see you to the result that they want at the end, or the health improvement or the transformation? And then the third thing is, how do you educate and support your client beyond just those one-on-one sessions? So how, and this is the leverage part, right? This is the how to stop saying the same thing over and over again one-on-one to people. So how do you educate and support them beyond what you can offer one-on-ones, face-to-face, so that they're really being supported in between sessions with you throughout the whole journey? So if it helps, I thought I'd share my signature program when I, like the final version of it. I took my last client through my signature program. I finished up with her at the end of November last year. I had a few that were sort of finishing off, that they were working with me for 12 months. So I stopped taking new clients in and focused on coaching you guys, and then finished up with them toward the end of November. And I'm really proud to say my very last client that I took through my signature program, which was called Nourish Yourself Slim, or NYS for short. She lost almost 40 kilos. She was my absolute favorite client. She was just such a beautiful pleasure to work with. Like, talk about, like, if you could have 100 of those every year, you'd just be happy. But this beautiful woman, she couldn't come in for her final session with me, where we were going to do like a body composition scan and a wrap up of all the improvements, because she fell pregnant, which was like one of the reasons. She was 30, and one of the reasons she wanted to lose all this weight was to improve her chances of falling pregnant and having a healthy baby. And so for me, I was like, okay, that's amazing. What a great way to end my my clinical practice, or for now anyway, with a pregnancy. How good is that? So this was my signature program. So my niche was women in their 40s struggling with hormonal weight gain, right? The steps of my system were: 1, assess their hormones and metabolic status, correct nutrition and lifestyle habits, supportive supplements. So I gave them like a supplement prescription. Coaching and support around mindset and habit change was a big part of my system as well. And accountability was another thing. So I built in elements to support those key steps. And then how did I educate them beyond the one-on-one? Well, what I built in was some group coaching sessions that they could show up for. I had a really engaged and active Facebook group. I curated an online curriculum. So I recorded some videos, I had some handouts, I had some articles they could read. I packaged up not everything that I know, but just the things that I knew would make a difference to them, to my niche. And they could go through that at their own pace. And then I also made sure that we had ways to report and tracking apps and self-accountability and all those sorts of things as well. So what else? So what else could you add? Well, here's some ideas on some other elements to support your clients through the program. You could package in cooking classes, either in person or online. Zita, one of my mastermind clients, is a cordon bleu trained chef. She used to work on the super yachts. And so she's actually created, she got a videographer in and created this series of videos cooking some of the recipes that she gave her ladies in her program. And that's amazing. So part of her whole signature system was you need to learn to cook at home, because cooking for yourself means you can get better nutrition, a better quality of meal. Wouldn't you agree? Like, people are eating out too much, then they're not eating healthy food. So that was a big part. So she did that. Shopping tours. I did this with my VIP clients. So the people that would pay me $3,500 for 3 months. I shouldn't cringe. I've probably got a block around that, but I was like, really? You don't want to be in my group program? You're going to pay me that much? But part of what I did with them is I literally took them to Harris Farm, to Aldi, to Woolies, and we had their list of foods and the things I wanted them to eat. And we went around the shopping center, the supermarket, the shopping center, and filled their trolley. So they were like, right, that's the yogurt that I buy. That's the type of, bread that I need to have. And they loved that. So you can do that if you want. You could even do a group, take a group through. I've done that before too with gluten-free programs, where you take them through and you show them not the gluten-free cake section that they're all thinking they're going to get to shop in, but you take them around the edges and show them the fruit and the vegetables and the nuts and seeds and the meat and all the naturally gluten-free things, and you see their faces fall. But it's very important. You could package in retreats as well. Part of your program could be having a retreat, either virtual these days or in person. Ebook guides, tracking apps, VIP days or online workshops, meditations, yoga classes, like the list is endless. Whatever you think will help facilitate transformation in your client, whatever it is that you love doing, put that in your signature program. So we're coming toward the end. We've gotten through a lot. Today, I've shown you how you can earn more money without seeing more clients and burning out in your clinic. And in case you missed that bit, it's by packaging up your expertise and charging $2,000 plus per client, not $180, and working with them for a longer period of time. You also learned that with a signature program, you can truly serve your clients to the highest level, because you're facilitating real transformation once they're in a program with you that's designed to fully support them beyond what you can do in a consult type model. You've also heard how other nutritionists and naturopaths just like you are doing this. They're creating greater impact and freedom in their practices with prosperous packages and signature programs, and they're doing that across a diverse range of niche areas. So back to you guys. Just imagine for a moment, close your eyes if you like. What would it mean to you if you could have a nutrition practice or a naturopathy practice or a health coaching business that feels like it operates smoothly every month, resulting in better client outcomes and more cash flow for you? It's a pleasure to run. You enjoy it. It's not taking up all of your time. There's no more struggle. How would that feel? No more long days in clinic, no more burning out. You've got time to rest and recharge. How would that feel? Hopefully really good. So let me ask you, can you now see possibilities for your business if you created a signature program? Let me know. Can you see them, or have I confused you even more? In which case, I hope I haven't. But can you see the possibilities? Let me know. Yes or no, because that will determine whether I need to do some more work showing you. You think so? Carrie, I'll take a think so. That's good. Nicole says yes. Annette says totally. Yeah. A coaching question I should ask you, for those of you that are maybe like, oh, I'm not sure. Are you open to the possibility that this might one day with the right help, and if you just kind of get your head around it a bit, it could maybe be true, possibly one day, maybe, because that's okay too. I just want your mind to be open. As long as it's not a hell no, in which case you've probably already left, as long as it's possible, right? That's all your unicorn brain, the smartest part of your brain, that's all that part of your brain needs to start churning ideas through. Like you'll probably have dreams tonight, or you'll wake up tomorrow with all of these ideas just because you've thought, yeah, that's possible for me. I could maybe do that. Because if you don't do that, on the flip side, like what's it costing you? What are you missing out on in your business right now and in the future by not having a signature program in your business? What's it costing you? Maybe impact, maybe money, lifestyle, freedom, maybe sleep. Who's a bit sleepless sometimes? Maybe you don't have the yacht and the fabulous dress this lady here is wearing. So let me tell you then, for those who are interested, how you can work with me to create and launch your signature program. Is that cool if we talk about that now? Just say yes. And I'll tell you about it briefly. You thought that was me on the boat? God love you, Annette. I know it is in my dreams. I have been on a yacht, like, well, a bit like that, but it was with school and it wasn't that glamorous. I wasn't wearing a dress like that. But one day, cool. Okay, so you guys are cool. All right, so I'll talk about this briefly, and then we'll go into Q&A time, and I will stay here for as long as I need to answer all your questions. All righty. So the Package and Prosper Mastermind. So what this mastermind is, it's a 6-month mastermind where you get to work with me and some other inspiring, amazing practitioners to create your dream business, whatever that looks like for you. So the Package and Prosper Mastermind will give you the step-by-step method to create a brand, an online business that you love. Look, it could be in your clinic. It doesn't have to be all online. Most of you tell me that you want to be online, or at least partly online, but some of your signature program could be delivered in a clinic face-to-face, and some of it could be offline. That's totally fine. I did mine a bit of both at the beginning as well. The mastermind gives you regular coaching, mentorship, and accountability, which is like the big one, right? To keep you on track so that you are building your business as you go throughout the 6 months that we're together. The program is expertly designed to challenge you in a nice, safe way, but it will challenge you to execute at the highest level so that you can turn all those ideas you have on Post-it notes into a fully operational online business with a signature program within 6 months. Now, I say online because if you wanted to go online and travel around when the borders open and we're able to go overseas, you could still take your business with you as long as you had Wi-Fi and a laptop. You might travel around Australia. A lot of my mastermind clients are kind of approaching retirement, or they don't really want to stop working. They love it, but their husbands are, and they want to start doing all those fun things like travel. So they know they need to shift their business so that it can travel with them as well. So the mastermind, what we do is you will get really clear on your niche and you'll create a signature program. You'll then develop a social media marketing plan that will attract your ideal client to you, and we will automate it as much as we possibly can so that you're not a full-time marketer in your business. You'll up-level your mindset, like a lot, like daily. You'll feel confident about your pricing. I'll take you through this really great pricing strategy and exercise so that you feel really confident charging what you're worth and having clients say, yeah, cool. How do I pay? Sign me up. You will have my eyes on your business for 6 months because we coach every single week. We have weekly coaching where literally you get laser coaching with me. Any questions you have, we show up. We're on that call all together, and we can support you there. You'll also enjoy a really supportive community of like-minded practitioners. So the magic really happens when you're listening in and sharing the journey with everybody else. And you're able to get ideas. You're able to see how incredible the things that other practitioners are doing, and then you get to learn from that as well. I'm just sorry, I was just distracted in the chat. Deb had to go, another meeting at 7. Where are you, Deb? You must be in New Zealand. Catch the rest of the recording. Yeah, I'll send you the recording, my love. I think you've already gone. So just like Zeta. So Zeta's a client of mine. Some of you may know her. She's up on the sunny coast. She's the cordon bleu trained chef. Maybe it was Zeta on the yacht, Annette. She used to work on those super yachts. I'll have to ask her if that was her photo. So Zeta has created her prosperous package. She now works with her clients in groups and has more clients coming in, yet she feels organized and in control. And that was a big thing for Zeta. She just had clients coming in left, right, and center, and she needed a smarter way to work. She said, I'm so happy that I took this step and highly recommend Hayley's mastermind to anyone who wants to work smarter, not harder in their business. The amazing Amanda. Amanda says, the Package and Prosper Mastermind has changed my life. I went from feeling really directionless to having nailed a niche that I'm excited about. She says some nice things about me, which is good. So Amanda is also a registered nurse and a naturopath. So what she has created, I have to check in with her. I haven't spoken with her in a couple of months now. She's finished the program, but she created a signature program called the Nourished Nurse, where she was going in and helping nurses avoid or recover from burnout. Being a nurse herself, she was like, oh my gosh, this culture is rife with overwork and burnout. They're eating from the hospital canteens. I need to help these ladies because, man, if our nurses go down, God help us all. We've got to keep those women and men really strong. So she's got a mission, like her signature program, I get goosebumps, is a mission. It's not just a business. It's very exciting. So let's plan your signature program. So I have set aside time over the next 2 weeks. Actually, I've kind of extended it to 3 weeks because we've got Easter coming up, to speak with anybody for 30 minutes or so about how you can make more money in your business and get your time back as well. So what we'll do is we'll look at your existing service, how your business is running now, the programs or courses you run at the moment, or how you do things, how you're positioning yourself in the market. I'll ask you lots and lots of questions to get a good idea of where you're at now. And then I'll assess the potential of where you could take your business. And maybe I'll help you come up with a niche or an idea for a signature program just to get your brain thinking. And I'll make recommendations for the next steps as well. So these calls are free. But it's my time, okay, which, like all of your time, is very precious. So I promise to make it really value packed. There's no obligation. You don't have to sign up to the mastermind at the end of it. It's more just checking if you're a fit. I don't actually invite everybody in. I sometimes will set you other tasks to do first. But if you want to book in one of these calls, you need to be serious, okay? That you need, not serious about, yes, I'm going to sign up to Hayley's mastermind. That's up to you. But you need to be serious that you want to change your business and you want to make more money as a practitioner. And you have to be serious about really wanting to improve your client outcomes and learning everything you can to do that. And if that's true, then book in a call. So I've limited it to 10 prackies on today's webinar. So don't delay, book the calls in. If it books up really quickly, I might extend the time out. But yeah, get in quick and grab one of those spots. So to do that, I might, that's the link there. Nico's going to pop it in the chat now as well. But before he does that, he was going to put 2 links in actually. He's going to pop in the freebie link. So for those of you that stayed to the end, you get a copy of the social media live system. So it's a download. So Nico, if you could pop that up in the chat, that would be fabulous. And just grab that link now, guys. Click on it. It'll just open up off in another screen. It's a Dropbox you can download. And then for those that want to book in a call, the link is just here. So Nico's going to pop in the call link in the chat as well. So it's just hayleystathis.com.au/call, and you can book in a call.